Hello, Alice. Thank you for coming to the Mad Tea Party once again. I have a very special guest, Mr. Frizz, is here.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing great, dude. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course.
I've been wanting to do a pod with you for a while, so I'm glad we made it work.
Yeah, man. Of course. I'm glad you can make it out.
Yeah. Frizz is, among other things, of underdog infamy. You've probably seen this iconic bartender at the iconic bar Underdog on many occasions. If you've ever been there, you've probably seen Frizz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the only one that works there. So
How long have you been there?
I've been doing it for I think 2.5 years, I think, is what my best guesstimate.
I gotcha. Were you doing bartending before that?
No, this is the first bartending deal I've had. I just kind of got thrown into it. I was just a regular patron there, and then this was during Undie Fest 1. Most of the bar staff got fucked up on Saturday night, and they didn't have anybody Sunday, so they threw me in the fire.
Hell yeah.
And so I did that, and didn't really do anything there for about 6 months, and then they started doing the cover charge at the door, and I was like the first door guy, and then graduated to bartender. And I did that on the weekends for a couple years, and I started doing it full time back in November. So I've been doing it. I mean, we're coming up on a year of doing it full time. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Do you did it take you a while to like pick it up? Because I've seen you work. You're good at your job. Like you move fast and like you're part of part of Underdog. Like you I hope that doesn't sound like an insult, but like
No.
you are Underdog, but you are the face of Underdog.
Yeah,
you look like you belong there.
Yeah.
You know? Especially like with the glasses and the hat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That just kind of came about. We were fucking around late night one night, and the hat was sitting up on the rack above the register, and I grabbed it down, and there used to be a rack of sunglasses behind the register too, and I grabbed a pair. And Cal, the owner, is like, you can't come in here without that get up on. That's you now.
Oh, I didn't realize that was part of the contract.
Yep, okay. Yep. I can't bartend without hat sunglasses.
Hell yeah. Is that ever getting your way? Because it's like kind of dim in there.
No, your eyes will figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you've been in there enough times, you know where everything's at. Yeah, it's all good.
You just got your eyes closed the whole time.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, blindfolded.
Any cool shows there you're looking forward to?
Oh, next month we got Undie Fest 4 coming up at October 10, 11, 12, and I think October 9th. Leilani Kilgore is going to do an album release show there, but don't hold me to that. You might need to.
Yeah, but you heard it here first. That's official. Just kidding.
I don't know. I think
hold you to it.
I think we always have pretty good music there, so
yeah,
you won't be disappointed any night you come.
It is, yeah, it is a good place to like. If you don't have anything else going on, there's probably something cool going on at Underdog.
Oh yeah, and our drinks are, pretty cheap or competitive with everybody else in town.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're not going to spend a fortune.
Yeah, I made a lot of friends there too.
Yeah, it's my whole world.
Yeah, yeah, it's like there's been a lot of like really memorable things to happen there.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know how long it's been there?
It's been the Underdog since the end of 2019, early 2020. I think February 2020 was the official open.
Gotcha.
And then a month later was the pandemic.
Yeah.
So they survived that, playing by the rules.
Yeah.
And made it out on the other side, and we've been cruising along ever since.
Yeah.
It's been a bar since the mid 80s. And before that it opened in the 60s, I think, it was a gas station.
Well,
there's a picture by the door when you walk in by the ticket counter. There's a picture of the building when it opened up, and you wouldn't recognize what it looked like now. It's crazy.
I guess that makes sense because there's a pretty big front to the building.
Yeah, that was the garage.
Oh, okay.
The main area of the bar was a garage. The big windows in the front were the bay doors.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have known that unless you told me.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
it doesn't look like that now.
no,
Yeah.
it's totally different face. It was like white stucco is what the original facade of the building looked like.
I got you.
The roof wasn't on there. Yeah, nothing was. I mean, it's changed every year. It seems like it's something different that I've been there. Because I mean, when I first started going, like the barriers and the patio wasn't a thing. That was all parking lot. And then Undie Fest 1 happened. That's when the stage truck came in. And then the barriers came up, and there's only been that one row of parking ever since. But yeah, and then then that's when the little roof smoke shack, whatever you want to call that, is over the front door. That's when that got built. No, that was Undie Fest 2. Sorry, that was when that got put in. But before that, people would just smoke outside underneath the small little awning.
Yeah. I don't think first time I went to Underdog was like 2 or 3 years ago. Saw Weird Sisters there.
I still haven't seen them.
They put on a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long you been in Nashville?
I've been here 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you found Underdog and then
Yeah.
started working there.
Yeah. When I first moved here, it was crazy.
Where are you coming from?
Originally from Southwest Missouri.
Okay.
Just I'm just kind of was like I want to do something different with my life.
Yeah. Was there a particular reason you chose Nashville?
Because I love music and there's stuff going on.
Hey, ain't wrong there.
Yeah. Southwest Missouri is like it's real rural, real blue collar, so it's it's pretty religious and it's real. It's hard to find or build a community, or there's not really a whole music scene going on. Like I lived like an hour from most of the population centers, like Springfield or Joplin and all that. So, you had to drive an hour to go to a bar, clubbing, or anything if you had any chance of meeting a girl or something like that. And and the cops were kind of oppressive. So there was really nothing to do on the weekends if you didn't meet up with your buddies. You're just drinking at home. So
Small town shit.
Yeah. I just kind of got fed up with it, and I was like coming out of the pandemic, I'm like, I'm gonna do something with my life. I'm gonna get out of here. And I was like, I moved to Nashville, and got out here, and there's some stumbling blocks when I first got here, but I figured it out pretty quick. And I lived in Laverne for like a month and a half when I first moved here, and then I moved up to East Nashville right after that. And Underdog was only like a 5-10 minute walk from where I was living, and I moved out and been going there ever since.
Hell yeah, right place, right time.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's funny how the universe works like that. Like, you ever feel like it's intentional? Like,
absolutely, yeah. I think whenever if you have a desire to something and it's like if you put your will out in the universe, you make the right effort and do it with good intention, good and pure intention, then the universe will move you in that direction. Everything seems to line up the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
As long as you're not trying to, not malicious or manipulative ways or whatever to get what you want. I don't think fame is in that category of of the universe, unless
that's all pay to play.
All that shit. I don't think all that comes from hard work and
money and luck.
Yeah, luck, money. Some people just have God-given natural talent and make it that way.
Skill, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, other people have to work hard at it.
Yeah.
And some people are just so talented and don't know how good they got it and they don't work at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I think of like the best guitar players I know, though, it's because they drill constantly. Like Sidney Mays, that motherfucker just plays guitar. Like that's all he does.
It seems like that's his whole world. I mean, he has a
Yeah.
natural gift for it, but you know,
Yeah, he also works hard.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's both.
yeah.
Both show. Yeah, he's been doing it a long time, like since he's like 15.
He's been playing since he was 15,
Yeah,
or
like
playing
school talent
professionally.
shows and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's always been real serious.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah, yeah,
Him and Adrian and
yeah, dude. Talking about another motherfucker.
Adrian's badass. Tommy Exley's really good. Stephen Paulson.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of good young talent.
yeah. So, surrounded by like extremely talented people.
Mhm.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm from a like pretty small town too.
Yeah, you say you're from Fayetteville.
Yeah, it's like the last town before you get to Alabama.
Oh,
It's like right on the Alabama
oh
border.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a like good hour 20 from here. Probably like
From here,
from here. So
that's like almost 2 hours
almost
from
2 hours from
from
Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a similar situation, like really religious, shitty cops,
Yeah.
nothing to do. We would go to Huntsville. We went to Huntsville more than we went to Nashville.
Is it a little closer?
Yeah. And then Nashville's like it's like about the same size as Nashville. Huntsville is about the same size as Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's really not that big.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean it's if you're from a small town, it feels that way, but it's still a small town.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the drive to move here because I came out here on my own and I was like kind of driving around. I'm like, oh, this doesn't really feel that much bigger or different than the city where I was kind of close to. So I was like, yeah, I can probably manage this.
Yeah. Nashville's one of those cities where like I love to shit on it because that's my city, so you kind of shit on it. But
Dude.
then like anytime I go anywhere, I'm like, fuck, I just want to be home.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of my girlfriend, she's from Clarksville. And she shits on Nashville quite a bit. But,
Hey, it's got a lot of problems.
when you're, for sure. I mean, what area doesn't? But,
Sure.
but it's like there's so much going on. It's you just you just don't realize how good you have it sometimes. But I mean, if you're not here for the party and to have fun and do all the stuff, if you like just a slower pace of living, then I can see why you want to shit on it. Because Nashville used to be a lot smaller and didn't have all the stuff going on and all the millions of people that descended upon it.
Yeah, and that brings a lot of money and like a lot of cool people here, and also like that's a lot of the problems it has too.
Well, the infrastructure wasn't ready, and some people like the business people that moved up here, or it was like kind of a bunch of different things, whether it was the businesses and stuff that moved here, the big corporations, and then some of the Californians that moved along with it and discovered that housing was really cheap and it turned everything upside down, and now it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's I mean, some of my best friends, came here from other places, and like, I mean, I'm glad they're here, but like, there's also just like a fuck ton of business people that like came here for property taxes and stuff.
Yeah, and the cheaper housing is great. All the tall and skinnies that get built on this stuff, and you look at the price of housing, it's like, oh my god, 600,000 for decent sized 2-bedroom house is just that's something I'll never be able to afford.
Yeah, shit, dude, that's like I was talking to someone the other day about like credit. And it's like, well, I mean, if you're not like seeing yourself buying a house or like a nice car in the foreseeable future, like what the fuck good is credit,
Yeah.
Like I've had like a car repossessed, but it's been like 10 years now, but like
Yeah, you're in the clear.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's
like
off your
credit's just like this imaginary I saw this meme that's like, oh, you don't believe in horoscopes, but you believe in credit scores.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, if you're
it's
not
the same level of made up bullshit.
Yeah, and I mean, look at some of these more successful businessmen. They've been bankrupt quite a few times and seem to find their way back on top.
Yeah,
I think it's all made up fairy tale. Or there's a lot of it's like manipulation and how how much you're willing, how much, uh, manipulation and lying and cheating and stealing are you willing to do to stay in the game?
Yeah.
Rich get richer and poor get poor.
Yeah. So, yeah. But we're seeing that a lot right now. It doesn't look to me like it's turning around. Like I got a lot of people that thought it was going to turn around. I mean, I was one of them too. Like I had some hope, about our current administration, and then
they
immediately was let down.
I think anybody that voted for him is immediately let down.
Yeah.
I mean that went south quick.
Yeah,
I can't believe how quick he turned his back on everybody.
Just like day one, dude.
Yeah.
Just out the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cash Patel the same way. As soon as he got into the FBI, day one, there is no.
That guy's a fucking clown. It makes you wonder if someone was writing the scripts for him.
Yeah. I mean, no question there.
Some of those, some of those high profile people, whatever psychological term you want to use. I mean, a lot of them are just, like, say, liars, cheaters, and stealers. They'll say whatever they got to get to the top.
Yeah.
And then once they get there, they really don't know what to do with it. So they just keep on lying, cheating, and stealing.
Yep. It's either
it's all a game.
Yeah. Positive reinforcement and then negative reinforcement too. It's if you don't take the money, they're going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
It's I think even if someone has good intentions, once they're in office, you can't trust them.
No.
Once they get there, they are compromised.
I don't think they let you in if they don't have something on you or you aren't compromised. I think that's probably what happened in the first Trump administration and why there was so much backlash to him was because, they didn't quite know how to handle him. And the second time around, they let him in because they knew how to handle him.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he was doing something the first time and then the second time it's just a massive big business show.
I mean, there was a big wave of energy behind him for the second term, so that it was kind of undeniable. But I think they could have squashed that support a little bit if they wanted to,
Yeah.
But they figured out they had a playbook on him already by the time he got in office. So,
Yeah. They're playing 5D chess.
Yeah, whoever they is, but FBI, CIA, whatever.
Yeah,
they don't let
big day.
Yeah, I don't think whether it's money, intelligence, whatever the fuck, there's just it seems like it's a small club and you're not in it. That's so you might as well just we want to all fight, but it's just not. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I got some theories about who they might be, but we'll say that for another time. Did you grow up with religion?
Yeah, I went to grew up going to church.
What denomination?
Free Will Baptist.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to church. All of my childhood, doing Bible school and Sunday school and going Wednesday night church and family with ties and all that stuff. And I don't think I've ever read a book of the Bible fully through. And I just know kind of the gist of most of it. I think the best thing to take away from it is just doing to others as you want done unto you.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably 99% of Christians, even people that are still Christian, call themselves that. That's most people.
We kind of, when my mom and dad got divorced, the church kind of turned their back on us. So it was kind of eye opening. I really have a problem trusting the church and maybe not organized religion. Maybe I don't really know how I really stand on all that stuff. I mean, I don't, but also, kind of starting to, I think I believed most of it hook, line, and sinker into my mid-20s. And then, somebody popped a bubble with saying, how do you know all that's true? Because you know, it was written down a long time ago, got handed down orally for a long time, and you know, how do you know? Then you start thinking, well, who controls the all this stuff, you know? And then you think, oh wait, King James version, that's somebody's version of the Bible.
Taylor's version.
Yeah, there's just a lot of fuckery that goes along with it. But I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying it is real. I don't, you know,
It's real.
I think it's just, you know, this kind of, you know, like I say, just do unto others as you want done unto you. And
Yeah.
you can have a happy life living that way.
I can't remember who said it, but I like that quote. It's like, I like Jesus. It's his fans I don't care for.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. My gripe with Christians is, and I mean, with Islam, with Judaism, all of them, none of them know what the fuck they're talking about. It's like, y'all don't understand the book you claim to. Like, this shit is like way crazier than they think it is.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Christians are probably the most uneducated about their own book, you know?
You know, I thought the same thing too. Like, cause that, like, I was raised Jehovah's Witness. I don't know if we talked about that.
I think, yeah, you did mention that.
And they're like really, they think, well, I guess every Christian denomination's like this, but they like think they're better than other Christians. And like one good thing I will say about it is like, I mean, it's good and it's bad, but like they really drilled us on the Bible when we were kids.
Yeah. Did Bible flashcards and all that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and then like going and knocking on people's doors. So you kind of at least have to pretend that you know what you're talking about. You know,
I mean, they condition you early for that, for rejection on that stuff.
Yeah, like, yeah, I was doing that from like basically. I mean, they like as soon as you're born, basically, like you're in the car.
You're indoctrinated.
Yeah, and then like even when you're a little kid, like they'll take you to the door with them, you know.
Oh wow.
And like,
God, that's a big. Man, that's a case study in and of itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem saying it's a cult, and you know what? Like, it's full of a lot of great people.
Yeah.
It's not the people. It's like, it's the organization. It's like you were saying, like it's hard to trust a church because
that's anything nowadays. The mask has been pulled off of everything. It's like everybody's got a motive for something. You know, there's really not any free lunch in life anymore.
Yeah.
You know, even if somebody helps you out, it feels like, you know, there's a lot of conditional love nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
That feels like a lot of what is going on.
Yeah, I agree. It's everything's pay to play.
Yeah.
Like life is pay to play. Like you will die. I mean, generate wealth.
Sometimes you feel guilty even accepting help or handout. It's just like, let me just pay you so I don't feel like I owe you a favor in the future.
Yeah. Because it's like, even if there's not a price tag, it's like, do I really believe that there's not a price tag here? Like the price tag might be as simple as like, I'm going to hold this over your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if nobody has any intention, at some point it has been, and you just don't want to be victim to that anymore.
Yeah. And to your point, like you kind of hold yourself to that, accountable to that too.
Yeah.
Like you tell, even if they're cool with it, you kind of tell yourself that you owe them. So it's like you're saying, if you just pay them, like you don't have that guilt yourself too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, some people can walk around they're just free to breeze, don't really care about any of that stuff. And I am envious.
Yeah. Psychopath type shit.
I don't know. I guess it is. I don't really know.
Just like a complete lack of empathy kind of thing.
Not really. I mean, I don't think that they're non-empathetic. They just kind of
always do it anyway. Damn.
No, they're just not maliciously. I'm just saying people that are just live carefree, like happy.
Oh, I totally misunderstood what you're saying.
No. I can see that part too. But
yeah, I see what you're saying. Just unconcerned.
You know, like a hot girl, just thinks the doors just open on their own, and you know, all that shit. You know, everything's just always been catered to them. All the pretty, beautiful people. You know.
Yeah. Well, it's hot privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're just born with all the right genetics, you know.
What do you think about this whole Charlie Kirk thing? We had this is the first episode we've done since all that, so I
Oh
mean,
wow.
figure we just talk about it for a second.
I said early on Trump hadn't killed, but it wasn't Trump, it was Israel. Israel hadn't killed.
Mm. See, I'm pretty confident it's the latter, but
Yeah.
the other theory's not bad either, right? Because
Somebody in that sphere, intelligence
yeah,
or intelligence, whatever, all the I haven't paid too much close attention to it. And it's like it smells too fishy,
yeah,
you know. There's a ton of again, I haven't seen a ton of the video or any of that. I paid too
it's
much
really hard to
attention to
watch.
it. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't
No,
want to see it at all.
it's really disturbing.
But I mean, from what I've heard, there was a lot of security already around it. He was in a crowded area, so I mean, whoever got him was a sharpshooter. Wasn't he 200 yards away? Is that what they said?
Yeah, 200 yards, and yeah, man, I've heard people say like this is like a really professional hit, and then I've also heard people say it was sloppy, and like I'm like I don't know that much about like long range shooting like that. I don't know if that's a
Yeah,
good shot or
neither.
not.
I mean, 200 yards seems like a long fucking
Seems
ways
like
away.
yeah, someone was telling me that 100 yards is like you gotta for like certain police and military stuff. That's like the bar.
Yeah.
So like 200 is pretty impressive. It's not like an impossible shot, but it's impressive.
I mean, shit, that's a fucking football field. Just imagine looking down a football field
Good
and then
point.
trying to see a target way on the other side of a football field and then double that. That's a long way. I mean, yeah, you get a scope and everything, and that helps, but still.
A football field is 100 yards.
Yeah.
Damn, when you say it like that, that really puts it in perspective.
Yeah.
One shot, not multiple rounds, just one shot fired, one kill. Yeah, good point.
Just one person, just one bullet. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that until just now.
Yeah, and it's like either
because most people, whenever they do something like that, they get trigger happy and fire off multiple shots.
Yeah.
That one precise call, one precise shot, no nerves or anything. He was a professional.
Yeah, that makes what you're saying makes a lot of sense. I mean what I definitely don't buy is that this is just some radicalized libtard.
No.
Or like a radicalized Trumper guy.
Somebody was saying that whoever called in one of the 911 calls or something was at this event that called in this deal was in New York and called in the plane flying into the Twin Tower.
Same guy?
Yeah, he was at both events.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's probably like the MK Ultra handler of all this stuff.
Dude, the whole thing is, the more I hear about this, I'm like, this is so fucking fishy.
Like whoever they got for this one, I haven't done a little deep dive or anything like that, but just from the pictures and stuff and like the little headlines and stuff, it sounds like he was a pretty normal dude. And then the other guy that shot at Trump, that story's a little fishy too. So it sounds like the MK Ultra might still be an active program or a variation of that.
When you say that, you mean like kind of like a Manchurian candidate?
Yeah.
Like activated.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't even know.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not. That's not like fiction. Like that's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Even if it's as simple as like just radicalizing people through the internet. Like that's still a psyop. It's probably deeper than that.
Yeah.
But like on the like most generous side, like they're able to radicalize people at large.
Oh yeah, that's what the FBI does. They don't do any, it's kind of pointless to have like the TSA and all that shit because the FBI or whatever intelligence agency pretty much knows about every terrorist plot is going on and can stop it before it happens. Or if it does happen, they had a hand in it at some point.
Yeah. It's always like, oh, they were on the awful school shooting that happened a couple of years ago here.
Oh yeah.
Like person's on a watch list.
Mm-hmm.
They always are. They're always like aware of this person.
Mm-hmm.
And then like what happened? Why was that allowed to happen? So it's either like directly involved or just like turning a blind eye to it.
I mean, you could argue that, until they do something wrong, they can't legally do anything.
Okay, good point.
But I think, more than likely because that's kind of what's that Tom Cruise movie, thought crimes and stuff like that. But uh, but I mean, also if they're a threat to society, you kind of gotta do more checks on them.
Yeah, it's not like our hands are tied. They haven't done anything. We can't do anything with them. Like if they wanted the guy,
Yeah, if they truly wanted to prevent things, I guess that is, if you haven't done anything, that's invading your rights and stuff as a human. But that's kind of the same deal as why they don't clean up the homeless problem, because you're invading on their civil liberties and shit.
Yeah.
But also, they're trespassing on public land,
Yeah.
and I don't care to see it.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
I mean, it's, they need to fucking, you either need to do a psych eval and put them through long rehab and get them squared away and see if they're, and get them going in life, or they need to commit them to a mental institute,
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of like, yeah, it's not even like you're saying, like not even like a punishment, but like get these people some help.
Yeah. See, it's either get them squared away. I mean, and a lot of it is tied to, more than likely these people have been sexually abused or just abused in life growing up and just have, just no clear sense of what reality is. People in their that, probably parents or guardians when they were growing up were very manipulative and, just they just got a bad roll of the dice in life and they need help more than anything. They don't need, and drugs and stuff is the way that is their outlet, and they happen to have an addictive personality, and they're just off to the races at that point.
Yeah. Yep. It is like addiction and trauma are like hand in hand.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's like, they talk about all the psychedelics and stuff to help all that stuff. And it's like, I don't really care what the method is. They just need to fucking,
whatever works.
Yeah, whatever gets it, and they need to, and I know that pharmaceutical companies and whatever want to have their hand in something before, so that they can make money off of it. But it's like, God, I mean, they just live in their gated communities and don't have to live in the real world and see it all. So it's like there's no real, until they have like a drug or something that they can sell themselves or some way that they can make money, and then they can push it through Congress to get all this shit going. But and also it's also a tool for chaos. Having, if you keep people disgusted about the way things are going, then it's a political football that nobody wants to solve. No one wants to be holding the bag.
It's intentional. Like, yeah, they do that on purpose. It's the silver lining to all of this is I think people are waking up to that this is not about left and right. It is about class warfare.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is the hyper wealthy versus everyone else.
Yeah.
There's no middle class, so it's just poor people and like 3 or 4 rich people.
Yeah, I mean, unless you live on the coast or something, have own beachfront property or some shit, then your life's probably not going as good as you'd like it to go.
Yeah, and it's absolutely intentional. Like it feels like they're trying to destroy America.
Yeah, it feels like. Well, I mean, there for a while, I thought that Wall Street was just selling us out to China for a while, but now I just really don't know. I don't know if that's the move, or if it's some other greater force outside that just wants to see the demise of America, or if all these corporate oligarchs have figured out, kind of looked at the Russian model and figured, yeah, that looks like a pretty good one. We can do that.
Yeah.
Or the AI thing has spooked them, and they're just kind of trying to get all they can get before the cat's out of the bag on that one.
Yep. I think you're onto something there. Is like maybe a decade or two ago, all the world leaders like get together and it's like, hey, you gotta cash in the next 10, 20 years because shit's about to get really weird.
Because it doesn't feel like until the last, well, I mean, it really feels like it happened in the social media era where everything just fell apart. And you could say that maybe it's kind of the older generation, uh, retiring, and then all these corporations come in and buy it, and it's all just kind of a cookie cutter designed to take all your money. But there's just no real heart soul to communities anymore, really.
Yeah. Tragic. Nick was saying, I hadn't thought about it like this, but like ancient Japan is like feudal Japan's like honor is like really big part of the culture. It's like not driven by wealth as much as like respect and honor.
Yeah.
And like money has replaced honor, where like your value used to be if you were honest, like if people could trust you, if you had like a good
Social
reputation.
currency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now like we're also morally bankrupt because it's all about wealth.
Well, I mean, and also, I mean, everything's just a dopamine hit with social media, porn, the food supply with all the junk food and shit, and everything's these vapes and shit. It's so much easier to get a nicotine hit than it is from smoking a cigarette or something like that. There's no real social cost to smoking anymore.
Yeah, and you can't like it's hard to like judge a person for that because shit's so like it's easy to see why people fall into that stuff. Like I'm a victim of it too. Like I've got an addictive personality.
Oh yeah,
it's like my buddy described it like the best way I've heard it. He was saying it's like there's like a pit that you're trying to fill. And it's like just throw anything you can in there, but it never.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of, and it goes back to a lot of it's caused by like, I mean, some of it is genetic, but a lot of it's like childhood trauma and shit like that. Not trying to fill that hole that you didn't get as a child of love and stuff like that with things.
Yeah, and yeah, you make a good point about like addiction can be hereditary too, either like seeing your parents do it or like it's biological.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was gonna say something else about that.
I mean, like the food supply is the biggest concern with all. There's just the way they formulate food to be so addictive and shit. I mean, if it wasn't formulated that way, most people would probably be alcoholics, or nicotine addicts or something like that. But it wasn't. But the food replaces. It has that quality because the tobacco companies bought all the food companies back in the early '90s and reformulated all that shit
to make it more addictive.
Yeah. If you think about the late '80s, early '90s, that was kind of the explosion of all the like Gushers and Fruit Roll-Ups and Twinkies and all the middle section of the grocery store.
Yeah, like
chips and like
food drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and that's why obesity is so insane.
Yeah, because you teach kids to be drug addicts by making it like when I see a kid like on a sugar high because the parents are not taking care of them, it's like that's not cute. Like a kid full of energy running around acting like a crackhead.
Yeah.
Like that's not cute. It's like no, that's awful. Like we are teaching kids to be addicts at a young age.
Yeah, and then coincide. I'm just talking from my experience, I guess. Coincide all the junk food and readily available it was, and then like satellite and all the TV stuff that was available that just started. All the cartoons and shit that came out back then. It just makes the kids lazy and stuff. And they just don't get any exercise, and that's kind of like the start of the obesity epidemic. And if if it didn't get that, if it didn't get all the children that way, they're getting it some way.
Yeah.
They're getting some other way to keep you down.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not the food, the water is also poison.
Yeah, with fluoride and shit.
The air is poison. And if it's not your mind poisoned through all the like propaganda and screens, then it's like, no, we're just going to inject it into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
We're just going to take a needle and put the poison like directly into your body. And they do it like with babies, like as soon as they're born.
Oh yeah.
There's no fucking telling what that shit is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think it's a safer assumption that it's not good for you than to assume that it is good for you.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm at with the government is like, if they are saying something, I'm going to assume the opposite. It's probably a safe assumption. And it's not a perfect system. You're going to be wrong sometimes. But if I was a betting man, then you would lean against the government on anything.
Oh yeah, I think most of it is money driven. So you got to look at if anything that's coming out is either going to be look at who's going to make money from it, or it's a distraction because they're doing something else to screw you over.
Speaking of which, I just heard today that Congress unanimously decided against Epstein disclosure the day Kurt fell.
Against?
Yeah, unanimously across the board, same day that Charlie Kirk fell.
Oh, dude, that's a good way to distract people. Go murder a public figure like that, and then pass the Epstein, the Mossad's guy.
Yeah, I just heard that today, like for the first time. So I mean, go look that up yourself. But I mean, I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh yeah, it's man. Yeah, the government stuff is just it's almost boring because it's it's either somebody's making money or they're stealing more rights from us, one way or the other.
Yeah, I think like I was talking to a friend of mine who was trying to convince me that this was like Antifa, like George Soros funded lefties.
I wonder, is George Soros connected to the Israel government? I don't know.
That's actually where I was going with that.
Maybe it's like, those two entities fighting with each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's like whether it was the right or the left or this or that or this or that. I mean, it probably all goes back to the same place, right?
Yeah, it's somebody.
It all goes back to the same place.
Power or money, that's what it's all going. And money is power, so it's all about power.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
But what is the power for? I mean, is there you go like woo woo? Is it some religious something or other?
Well, it is part of the Jewish faith to like take over the world. Like that's not
have like a one world government and all that.
That is like part of the mission directive, like stated from God. Do these like I mean, it's like if you're one of them, it's kind of like hard to argue with because it's like here is God telling you to do this, and it's like, what are you supposed to not do that? It's like God wants you to do that.
I guess if it's deep enough seated in the hierarchy of that faith,
Yeah, and I mean like, we were talking earlier about Christians being like the least educated on their faith.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was true too because I was raised a Jehovah's Witness and I'm told that like no other Christians that we know the Bible, other Christians don't.
Yeah.
But like growing up and like meeting people and like doing this, like my Jewish friends also don't know shit about the Bible. Like they went to synagogue.
Really? I thought they would be the most educated.
You'd think, but it's like actually they're in the same boat as Christians where most of them like don't care. First of all,
they're just going through the motions.
It's cultural. Their parents, like most Christians, their parents did it.
Yeah,
and they don't really give a shit. They have other interests.
I mean, there is benefits to religion.
For sure.
Giving all your sins and worries up to a higher power and letting it all go and all
Yeah.
that. It's comforting really to think that there's a sky daddy or a God or something that's taking care of everything and everything's gonna be hunky dory.
It, it's comforting and there's a lot of good values in it. Like I definitely don't want to like downplay that. Like
Yeah.
it's done so much good for humanity too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But where I was going with that is like there definitely is like a religious incentive. Like there's money also,
Yeah.
right? But like it's not like far fetched to say that there are religious fanatics that are doing things out of like doing things for ideological reasons.
Yeah.
Like we have no problem saying that with Islam.
Yeah.
Like everyone like that and they say as much, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but these other faiths also say that. They also say we should subdue the earth and take it over.
Yeah.
Like it's expansionist.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of thinking about like those like Facebook posts that pop up where they like an ancient archaeological digs where they find all the what do they call those artifacts that like are they a Marvel superpower thing,
Oh yeah, like in Egypt and
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
and stuff they found in Iraq and shit, it's like how they built build all the pyramids and all the crazy shit, all the woo woo conspiracy stuff.
In Iraq?
Yeah, Iraq was where I think Iraq or Iran was where what was that ancient city? Babylon. That was where Babylon was.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I think that's right.
It's somewhere over there.
One of the well, I mean, it's
It's
kind
all
of
the same thing.
it's kind of crazy. Is most of the biblical canon is, at least in my mind, it's like all there in the Middle East. It's
Yeah.
like, what was going on in the rest of the world while all that shit was going on? Why did God only bless this? Was only talking to this one area?
Yeah. I'm somewhat of I heard this term recently and I'm like, oh, I like that. An omnitheist. I think all of them are saying the same thing in different ways.
Yeah, I think
it's like
they're all kind of the same story.
Yeah, it's like Buddhism and if you go further east, like they're saying like different stuff, but not too different.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like I think there's like a singular God,
mm-hmm.
and like all of these people are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Like this is all what's going on right now is exactly according to plan. And the reason I think this is because the Book of Revelation tells us that it's like I'm going to pit this side against this side, and I'm doing it to make a point to everyone. I'm trying to explain something to y'all, which is like I'll kill my own son. So you think I won't kill you motherfuckers to make a point?
Yeah.
It's like the point is y'all need me, and either you can't do it on your own, or like I'm gonna fuck your shit.
Like, oh my god, yeah,
one of the two,
dude. That's the kind of thing that I thought of. I went and watched the Pink Floyd live at Pompeii at the IMAX, and I took some mushrooms before that.
Hell yeah!
And like every time I take mushrooms and listen to Pink Floyd, I always like get this like out of body looking like cynically at the human experience, like what the fuck is going on with all this shit. But also the thing I took away from it all, there's like this image of like a laughing God and the crying human. Is like, all these billionaires think they can make their own God with this AI. And it's like I think God's gonna come back and be like, you fucking puny dipshits. You think you can make your own God? I'm coming back and wiping you all
out. I think that too. Whether it's something, it's some kind of higher power, whether it's aliens or
aliens or
divine. Same thing at a certain point, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know if it like
it's all semantics at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we were saying, passed down from ancient text and word of mouth and shit. It could have been, what we call God could have been like a higher power, like an alien overlord or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna leave you guys here to see how you guys, fare out, and then I'm gonna come back after if I feel like it's getting too chaotic. Like, kind of knew the playbook before it was gonna happen. It's like, I'm coming back. You guys, did exactly what I told you not to do.
Yeah. I told y'all this was gonna happen, and like I wrote it down. Like this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and now I'm gonna show back up.
It took a long time to get there, but you know,
Yeah, shit is crazy. Life's insane. What a weird time to be alive, man. Because like all this tech stuff, like shit getting weird is very recent. Like we've had cars like what, like 100.
oh yeah, you're talking about like from the dawn of kind of the beginning of the industrial revolution. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all within the last 100 years. We fucked our environment and we have all this technology shit going on all within 100 years.
We're moving so fucking fast.
Yeah.
It's exponential growth.
Yeah.
Like it's been like electricity is one of those points where it's like boom, like technology shoots up.
That's
but
a
that's a
little bump.
little bump
Yeah.
compared to AI.
Yeah.
Like we are still at the beginning of like whatever the fuck this is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's man. I mean, we kind of got to see the definitely didn't get to like, or at least at my age, I didn't really get to fully experience, you know, adulthood and like the prime uh, peak part of American culture. But you know, you get to kind of witness and experience it all, and then you get to see this. Who knows where the fuck it's going? But
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it's yeah.
I grew up before. I was born in '92, so I got to live most of the '90s. You know, kind of the old way, and then it wasn't until early 2000s where you got internet. And it was like dial-up, so it really wasn't worth the
Yeah.
shit.
It really changed after 9/11.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was kind of where the innocence was lost, but culture was kind of still pretty cool up until like the financial crash in like 2008 was when it, I would say, was kind of the end of it all.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I was born in '96, so I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, my sister was born in '95.
Yeah, like I was really little when 9/11 happened, so I don't really conceive the world before that.
Yeah,
Like I wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention, you know. So, but I think you're right. It is 2008, 2009 is when like the financial crash and also all the ideological stuff. Like everyone starts getting really
yeah, all everybody's innocence was really busted at that point. The mask was off of the financial charade and all that bullshit. You know, that was kind of like when the 1% talk started happening and the Occupy Wall Street and all that shit. So that was like, and then that was kind of the beginning of the social media era as well. And then what, 2011, 12 is whenever smartphones really took off.
yeah.
So that kind of, that was whenever it like really got like just so much noise, so many different spider branches of culture and stuff going on. Like now there's not a mainstream hardly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can live entirely in your little bubble and it's, and nobody else knows what the fuck's going on with anybody else's
Yeah.
bubble.
You're right. Like you could exist in that.
Your algorithm is so curated to your life, you have no idea what the hell's going on outside of it.
That's a good point. I like to think that I get like a wide array of shit, but I'm sure I'm victim to that too.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you're aware of stuff that's going on in different sects, but I mean, there's I mean, I can't even, nothing off the top of my head, but I mean, there's probably like some little thing that's got like, that has a multi-million-dollar industry behind it,
That I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, there was that Colorado shooting that like I didn't even know happened. You know about this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there was a school shooting like
Oh yeah, a couple days before the
yeah, like
I
not
did
long
hear
ago.
something.
And I'm like, wait, what? That happened? I
Mhm.
had no idea. Like, yeah,
I mean, you can completely tune out of national news like that if you wanted to, and not have any clue what the fuck is when a school shooting happens or anything, you just kind of
Yeah.
see some like a crowd of people with a bunch of candles or something, something of that nature, and you're like, what the hell happened? I don't know.
That
Put your
reminds-
head back down in your phone, keep going.
that reminds me of a Duncan Trussell quote where he's like, there's probably some poor bastard meditating by a waterfall, has no idea how angry and scared he's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the way that you should live your life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like it's not good for my mental health paying attention to all this. Like I do, man. I pay attention. I like try and like keep up with shit, and it's like not good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when you're doing this, you kind of have to have an awareness of something.
Yeah, I need to take breaks though. Like it's not.
Yeah,
I get I get really angry. I get really
yeah,
mad.
I get frustrated about a lot of that shit too. Government stuff, I've kind of accepted that we're all, just kind of nihilistic about it all.
Mm,
I don't really, or I don't know what the right word is, I guess, but it's like just like just don't get fucked. So
yeah,
that's just take it on the chin.
I think if there is anything we can do about it, it's it's not anything anyone wants to hear. It involves
Yeah, I mean,
people getting off their asses and
definitely a revolution can move the needle for sure, or like giant protests can move the needle to let them know that we're still here and we still care and we're not gonna you know let it go. And right now, there's kind of a good window if you look at the political landscape because you got a lot of these. There's not really any clear um, leaders after this crop of politicians. Once Trump's gone, um, you know, Pelosi, Schumer, McConnell, all those guys are really old. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of clear successors
mm,
on both sides. I mean,
yeah,
the right's probably a little bit more organized than the left, but I mean, this doesn't seem like there's a clear faction. I mean, you could say, and Bernie's getting old too, but like AOC maybe Newsom, but nobody wants
no one
that
wants to
guy.
do some.
Nobody wants that guy.
I could see AOC versus
Ro-
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I like Rokano a lot. I think he's
Hmm.
cool. But I mean, here's like you see in New York with the Zoran stuff. I don't know a ton about him, but I mean, he's kind of like a grassroots candidate that's taken hold. And that's kind of AOC's uh, beginnings as well as kind of a grassroots um, uprising. So I mean, here's a good chance for everybody to kind of take a look at the candidates that are out there, and there is there like we are saying, there is a lot of gatekeeping, and they probably won't. I mean, unless there's just an insane groundswell for these grassroots candidates, there's you know that's if everybody works hard right now, we can make it happen.
Yeah,
You know,
I think
because I think most of the younger generation has an appetite for change, big change.
yeah, I think yeah,
You
everyone's
know,
pissed off.
and the boomers are getting ready to be out, and their ideology, this Cold War mentality that they have, that the rest of the world is bad, and they're all out to get us. And it's like they are, because you keep antagonizing and pissing them off. But everybody, the rest of the countries in the world love our culture. They
Yeah,
they love it all. But our leaders are fucking assholes, and
and
they
they
keep
keep fucking shit up everywhere.
yeah.
They don't stay mind their own damn business. They go to other countries and fuck shit up.
Yeah, and that's kind of what, like, even Netanyahu was pretty old, so there's no real political support for Israel beyond this generation or
Yeah,
any of that shit. Or so they I think they kind of see this as their one opportunity, their last opportunity to have a land grab and grab that whatever they're after over there.
man, it does feel like in the game.
Yeah,
They're playing in game shit.
yeah, because all these fucking crazy boomers getting
Yeah.
old, and it's like their last
They
hurrah.
don't care about what comes next, and they're
No,
gonna be gone.
they're one of the worst
That's
generations.
Putin too. Like Putin does not give a fuck.
Yeah, I guess he would be a baby boomer. Yeah,
Like he's in that group of like, I just want a legacy. I
yeah.
don't care about like outcome.
You hear a lot of different narratives about him. I mean, the mainstream narrative is obviously bad, Putin bad, no matter what. But I mean, also, I mean, it's like you only get a lot of news about him through a political filter. So
Yeah,
I don't think anybody truly, I'm not picking a saying he's good or bad or whatever, but I'm saying I really don't know.
I don't think he's any worse than like Zelensky. I just don't trust any of these motherfuckers at
No,
all. Period.
no. I mean, if you grew up in Cold War Russia, all that crazy shit, you're just conditioned to just, it's probably a pretty, you know, takeaway, especially breaking out of it. You know, I'm sure he has like allegiance to the state, but also it's like, you know, I got to do what's best for us.
Yeah, I mean, if if I was like voting for someone, I would want them to put America first,
Yeah.
like above every other country, because that's what we hired you to do.
Yeah. But we don't have to
Yeah.
be assholes, you know?
Yeah, true. Like part of putting America first is minding your own damn business and not sending my fucking money to Ukraine and Israel.
Yeah. Or South America or whatever regime change where I get it that you want to put whatever you want to install whatever regime that's going to be more favorable and it's going to be a puppet for you and just extract all your wealth and stuff and send it over here to the, you know, because it probably, I mean, if you think about it, like we're an empire, you know, send all your stuff back to the homeland.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of it is it's the same battle that everybody's been fighting since the beginning of time. It's all about resources. You know, they've fought wars over salt, sugar, and all that shit. You know, it's the same thing. We're fighting over natural resources. You know, Ukraine's got a bunch of, you know, mineral deposits and shit that, you know, if they're still gung ho about this electrification EV mandate, or even for like the chips and chip for computers and AI and shit like that. I don't know, whatever they're using the battery the minerals for. You know, they're still fighting over resources, natural resources.
Yeah, that's the like unspoken part that you're saying, because it's always framed like it's ideological. Like we're in Iran because we're in Iraq or in Afghanistan because of what they did to New York. And it's like we're in Ukraine because we gotta help the little guy. And it's like bullshit. You're there for oil, you're there for rare minerals. Like
Yeah,
you're right, that's what it's always been is resources.
or drugs in Afghanistan. You know, the poppy fields and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and he told me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Do you think aliens are here now?
I don't know, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they're like shapeshifters and, you know, they live amongst us, but I mean, I don't know.
I think they're underneath us.
You think they're in the middle? They're in the center of the earth?
Yeah, not so much like hollow earth, but like I think there's pockets
Yeah.
underneath the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I was, you know, what'd be funny is like if the hollow earth thing is real and like the middle of the earth is just a bunch of dinosaurs. And then like
intelligent dinosaurs.
Yeah, intelligent dinosaurs. And then all of these are the carbon dating stuff is retarded. Then you know what all the fossils and shit are just like buried intelligent dinosaurs.
Yeah. I can get behind that.
Yeah. I mean, like, what was that? This King Kong movie? Where he goes in the middle.
It's like a bunch. It's like basically Jurassic Park, except it's not like science run amok. It's like they were always there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a dinosaur island.
Or what's that? The Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim, yeah.
Where they go in where the ocean has that little portal.
Yeah, to another dimension.
Yeah.
Do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a black hole in the middle of in the ocean or something like that.
That's a cool yet terrifying outcome.
Dude. Something like that. I mean, I would think I don't think that they've traveled through space like we think we think they do.
Dimensional instead of extraterrestrial.
Yeah, there's probably some sort of like portal gun or some shit.
Yeah,
because you would probably see a lot more space like traffic going on through there, unless our galaxy's just way the fuck out of the way or an inconvenience or something.
Yeah, I think there are crafts. It looks like to me anyway. Maybe it's bullshit. I don't really know. That's one I'm like not really too sure about whether there are UFOs or it's like government technology. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's also a thing. Like there's things outside of this dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any like if I've asked you this already, I apologize. But do you have any like paranormal stories? Anything weird?
Mm, no, I don't. Not anything crazy. I've heard like different people have ghost stories around me. I mean, I kind of, yeah, I don't have nothing like. I want to say yes just to be the
No,
cool,
I think that's a good answer
be the
too.
cool kid, but no,
There's no wrong answer.
I've never had a paranormal experience. My girlfriend used to work on a ghost show, so
We talked about this. We talked about it at Underdog. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, I want to get her on too.
yeah,
She sounds like she'd be good to talk to.
yeah, she would be a good guest. She was on the ghost show.
I never experienced anything weird until like I like went looking for it and like tried to do shit. Like got into like black magic and demonology and all that.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is I don't want to fuck around with that
I
shit.
don't recommend it. I would not recommend that to anyone.
No, I was a scared good Christian boy.
That's
I didn't want to fuck around. I don't like horror movies. I didn't like paranormal activity. I didn't like it. I
You know
was
what's
scared of
weird?
all that shit.
Is like because I know the feeling, right?
Yeah.
Like I have that too, mostly from experience, right?
Yeah.
Like I only did that as like a in my early 20s, just being stupid and reckless, right? So like that fear, it feels instinctual.
Of paranormal.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like you know deep down not to fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like people are scared spiders.
And if that is
like
instinctual, that there's a lot of weird implications to that, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. At what point in our human history were we fucking with that and decided not to fuck?
Yeah,
that we shouldn't fuck with it anymore.
Because it's such a fundamental concern. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To most people that are aware of it.
Yeah.
There's people that grew up in agnostic, atheist stuff that are just non-religious people.
When I was fucking around with it, it was because I was an edgy atheist and didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm like disrespectful, like, oh, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like you're right. Those are the people that are not afraid of it as the ones that don't believe it. But then like if you do, then it does trigger like, and then even like being an atheist, putting yourself in that position, like all of your fear responses are just through the roof. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because if you get an inkling that it's true or possible, like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's like that. Like, because there's nothing you can do about that shit. There's no guns or any of that fucking shit. There's no physical thing you can do. There's only like the go to the crystal store and get that, do that stuff.
Yeah. The only time I would recommend it is if someone's like, "Oh, I know that that's not real." It's like, okay, I think maybe in your case you should probably like fuck around and find out because like it's gonna change your worldview.
I don't want to fuck around and find out, and I highly advise people not to fuck around and find out.
But you're saying like as like I have a healthy respect and fear of this thing. I'm saying like if someone's being like an edgy atheist, like, oh, I know that there's no. It's like, okay, well maybe you should go fuck around and find out.
I mean, I care about the person, and I don't want them to. I don't want them to
listen to Frizz, not me.
Yeah. I mean, proceed at your own. I mean, people are going to do what they're going to do, but I always like just let it go.
That is a much more sensible approach.
Yeah. Like, most things. Don't go get in a fight. Just let it go. It's not worth it. You're going to be fine. Just let it go.
Yeah. That's the rational.
Get your ego out of this shit.
That's true.
The fucking like the abandoned buildings. I have no fucking interest in any of that shit.
Dude, that's even more scary to me.
I am very fascinated by that stuff, and I'll watch some YouTube videos, but not like haunted stuff, just like abandoned businesses and shit like that.
Well, I mean, that's almost more concerning than a ghost.
Old malls and stuff.
That's like a kinetic threat. Like, crackhead with a broken bottle is scarier than a demon. Sorry.
I just like old hotel. There's a cool YouTube channel called Bright Sun Films. They always like explore. They'll go into like an old hotel or something like that. Old, like one of the craziest ones to me is like old Disney stuff. abandoned stuff in the park.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, it's like it's it brought so much joy to people, and now for whatever reason it's not there anymore.
Yeah, that's what do you call that? Like a liminal space. Like this is a place that should be occupied, but there's no one around.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
an
an
old
office building.
yeah, or like there was like the old stadiums and stuff.
Yeah,
That stuff fascinates me.
yeah. There's like an old abandoned nuclear plant.
Oh yeah, like isn't it like towards Knoxville?
Yeah,
Like halfway.
yeah. You're not supposed to go there, but a buddy of mine like got pictures walking around, and it's
Yeah.
fucking crazy looking,
Yeah,
insane. There's a lot of places like that in the world,
yeah.
in America.
Oh man, some like the old abandoned Nazi stuff. Um,
Oh, dude, yeah, that's dark as fuck.
I mean the old, and even like the old, uh, like the whatever pyramid that was in Mexico. Like you see pictures of it, it was just covered in dirt for a long time before it
Oh
was
yeah,
excavated.
yeah. It looks like a mountain. There's stuff like that in China too,
Yeah,
where it's like purposefully buried. It
yeah.
looks like a mound, but it's like no, there's something under there, and no one's allowed to go there.
Or whether it was or wasn't, it was just for the imagination that it just got forgotten and got
Yeah.
covered up over time.
Could be intentional. Could this be that like it was forgotten?
Yeah, like old towns that just died and like
Yeah.
you know.
What's that town? There's a town in Philly that's like on fire. Like no one lives there, and it's like still on fire because of like natural gases or something.
Oh, I thought that was in St. Louis, around St. Louis.
It might be. Maybe I'm getting.
There was like a chemical fire under.
You're probably right. I'm
Ground.
probably getting it confused
Yeah,
with that.
it's been smoking for 30 or 40 years.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy. You're making me want to go explore because like there's a bunch of crazy shit to see.
Well, there's this like when I go back to Missouri, I go through Kentucky, and there's this town on the river because there's this like down in Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri. There's like a couple of rivers that meet up, and there's this little town called Cairo, whatever it is, and I guess the shipping port either closed or something, and it's just an abandoned town. Like it looks like it was probably 10, 15 years ago. It probably got kind of abandoned. Like stuff started closing. Like there's a Ford dealership, churches, like beautiful church, beautiful post office, all this on this main street, and it's all boarded up.
Well, we should all pull together and buy a city, buy a little town.
I mean, it's perfectly feasible to revitalize these places. I mean, if Nashville wasn't such a cultural hotspot, and a cult leader was smart, he'd go to one of these towns or some not necessarily a malicious cult, just kind of like a
hippie commune kind of thing.
Not even that. I mean, just trying to create a good community or something like that. An industrious person could revitalize the town, especially with all the internet access there is nowadays and remote work. There's no reason why you can't take some of these older towns that are kind of like, there's a lot of cool old towns that have like cool Victorian houses, like beautiful, like some of the stuff you see, some of the beautiful houses, beautiful businesses, like courtyard, the county square and all that shit like that. Just kind of nobody lives there.
That would be super fun until the Fed show up with a tank in Waco.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You living out on there on your own? No, you can't be doing that.
You have your own currency. You're
living on your own business.
You guys are living on Bitcoin. What the fuck? Completely, subsistence farming going on. People, every once in a while, somebody has enough fortitude to like get like 3D, the material to do 3D printing. You have your own manufacturing base and all this other little shit. Just basically your own little country trading with with the outside world, but having your own like self-contained kind of thing.
Can't be doing that.
No.
Minding your own business.
No.
Living off the land.
No,
stop that. Do you? It sounds like you're pretty nihilistic, but do you have any hope for the future?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not nihilistic in the sense that the government does not have your best interest in mind, and don't be surprised whenever they pull the rug out from underneath you.
Maybe someone will come and save us, like Jesus or an alien.
Yeah, I think ultimately, that's what I I count on. But I mean, I think if you can stay positive, and just don't try and don't put your mind on trying to control everything. Just kind of like take the ride. Life's a journey.
Yeah.
When the minute that you start trying to control stuff is when your anxiety starts getting, whenever you feel like stuff's not going your way it's because you're trying to control the flow too much.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hard for me. But because like I feel like extremely, extremely blessed, just to have the friends I do and the life I have.
I mean, just to be born in America is,
we're so incredibly lucky.
yeah.
But like what's hard for me is like I seeing what goes on for other people, like that's tough for me because it's like I've got it really good, but I see how, and then like this is the Christian guilt now that I think about it,
Yeah.
like the Jesus stuff, but
Mhm.
like with great power comes great responsibility kind of
Mhm.
thing. Like if you got it good, then you kind of have a responsibility to like do something.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I think I kind of got away from that whenever you kind of realize that there's no real winning in the system.
Maybe you're right.
There's no like big victories. There's only like happiness day to day.
It's Yeah, I'm having a hard time, like even at 29, trying to understand what I can and can't do. And the internet makes that weird because like I don't know what I can and can't do yet.
Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frizz, thanks for coming, man.
Of course,
So
man.
good talking to you.
Hell yeah.
Let's
That's
do
fun.
this again sometime.
Hell yeah.
Go to UndieFest.
Yeah, that's right. October 10, 11, 12. Come we'll have the tickets up for too long on our website. And it'll be a party. Have fun.
Show up, tip Frizz.
Yeah, that's right. Support the underdog.
Support the underdog. We'll see you next week.